taking off, Kelly go viral. Hey, I'm sexy as fuck and I'm freaky. Get whoever I want any meanie.
Hello and welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily. And today, y'all, we are going to get finally into Megan Thee Stallion's His official lyric video and the official music video. We're going to do both of them because we need to look at these lyrics. And then we need to look at this video. I've heard so many things about this video. I heard she was calling out some people. We're going to get into that later on in this video. Okay? Heard she was calling out some people. Saw some things on Twitter. Okay? I'm like, Saw some things on TikTok. Some think pieces on TikTok. Saw some think pieces on YouTube. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Y'all was eating a little bit with that one. We ain't gonna lie on that one. You was eating a little bit on that one. Okay? But yeah, y'all, we gonna get into this video. But before we do, we're gonna have our moment of solidarity with the indigenous people all around the world. So y'all know I've been talking about the Congo. I've been talking about Palestine. I've been talking about Sudan. And most recently, I've been talking about Yemen as well. And we just need to talk about what's going on in these regions. Because as always, on this channel, this Patreon, it's going to be free Congo, free Palestine, free Sudan, and free Yemen over here around these parts. And anybody got something else to say about it, you irrelevant. Know that. So what's going on in Congo is, again, the exploitation, like the last 5 centuries of exploitation in the Congo by colonizer governments and now tech companies to take the resources, because Congo ain't a small country and it's very mineral rich. And these minerals power our tech devices, from our laptops to our digital cameras to our, our phones, our TVs, etc., etc., etc. Anything that is considered tech, from your smartwatches, to your smart sunglasses, to your Google Home, etc., etc., got some of these minerals that are sourced from the Congo in it. And in doing this, they are exploiting black bodies, forcing black people into labor, aka slavery, and are using neighboring countries' militias to do so. And these are foreign governments and foreign tech companies who are not native to the Congo who are doing this. And you have puppet leaders in the Congo who aren't really doing much to stop the exploitation of the Congolese people. However, in order to understand why there are puppet leaders in the Congo, you must also understand that there has been many assassinations of certain leaders who are going to be a good thing for the Congo. And to do that, you would have to know more about the Congo in general, which is why I'm linking some things below, and also refer to the community board post as well, so you can get some more education for yourself on that. So yeah, there's that. And then we also have what is going on in Palestine, which is a genocide. The ICJ has said it, aka the International Court of Justice. It is a genocide. You cannot get around it anymore. It is an ongoing genocide. We have seen way too much, but only a fraction, a very small percent of what Palestinians who are on the ground, who are living through it, have seen. We have seen the carnage. We have seen the blood. We have seen the dead children. We have seen the dead women. We have seen the dead men. We have seen it all. And yet still there's no ceasefire. So still we have to call for a ceasefire. We have to continue to protest. We have to continue to boycott. We have to let it be known that we are not going to forget these people. Just because the ICJ has done a little bit of something, it's not enough. Until a complete ceasefire is given, until Palestine is completely free, there's no more walls around Gaza, until people can go in and out as they see fit without having to worry about giving up their citizenship, it is not free yet. So yeah, free Palestine. Then we have the situation going on in Sudan, where there's warring factions / regimes, however you want to talk about it or call it. And they are fighting each other. And of course, the Sudanese people, the innocent civilians, are in the middle of these fights. And they are being aided by foreign governments for each opposing militia or regime that is currently fighting in Sudan. And the whole point of these foreign governments and these foreign outside entities getting involved is because, again, Sudan is also sitting on mineral resources that can be used to make for a lot of money. So that while these regimes are fighting and the Sudanese people are suffering, these governments and corporations are coming in to take it and then to leave. So again, the exploitation, the extermination, the genocide, and the ethnic cleansing of black and brown bodies are benefiting foreign governments, colonizer governments, and foreign entities to where they can have more resources and make more money at the expense and at the deaths of black and brown people, which is not okay. And then we have what's going on in Yemen. Yemen has done nothing wrong. Yemeni people have done nothing wrong. It's just that colonizers keep trying to harass Yemeni people for resisting their colonization. And that is one of the reasons why they are not a very wealthy country at the moment. And then also because of their recent stance with Palestinians and blocking the Red Sea, certain shipments from the Red Sea getting out, they are being bombed by the United States government. And I'm like, because they are protesting genocide by not allowing genocider ships to come through the Red Sea, making them go all the way around Africa. And so that is why that is happening, which is further proof that the settler colony that's siding with the other settler colony committing genocide on the indigenous population, aka Palestinians, is endorsing genocide and is thus very much wrong in doing both the supporting of a settler colony that is doing genocide and bombing an entire country because the ships can't get through for that settler colony. It's very weird behavior, but that's what they're doing. So yeah, that is what is going on in these 4 regions, and I will link what is happening below as well so y'all can get more informed just like me, okay? But now that we have had our moment of solidarity, we are going to get into the patron shoutouts. So the first patron shoutout will be going out to Genoviva. The second patron shoutout will go out to Clover Me. The third patron shoutout will go out to IL. The fourth patron shoutout will go out to Amphis. And the fifth patron shoutout will go out to Shayaka. And I want to thank you all so much for your support on the channel. It really does mean the world to me, and on the Patreon. It really does mean the world to me, and thank you all so much. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're a subscriber on the channel, I do want to thank you so much for being a subscriber on the channel, for your likes, for your comments, for your subscription, for your views, for your shares. Thank y'all so much. It's really appreciated. If you're watching this on YouTube and you have yet to subscribe to the channel, do not forget to do so if you'd like to support the channel further. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, we're going to get straight into Megan Thee Stallion, the Hiss official lyric video, and just see what she gonna say here, because I feel like it's gonna be a little song. Gonna be a little song. Okay, but let's see what's gonna happen here, because I'm like, is it gonna be something crazy? She gonna say something crazy? Because I'm like, I've been hearing some things, and I'm like, whoa, what's gonna happen? What's she gonna say here? Because some people was big mad, and I'm like, well, why you mad? If it ain't true, why you mad? Okay, I'm like, hit dogs go holler, I guess.
I just want to kick this shit off by saying, fuck y'all. I ain't got to clear my name on a motherfucking thing.
Okay.
Every time I get mentioned, one of y'all bitch ass niggas get 24 hours of attention.
Period.
I'm finna get this shit off my chest and lay it to rest. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Be my hoe.
Hold up. Okay, gotta play it again.
My pussy so famous might get managed by Christian and
Okay.
He can't move on, can't let it go. He hooked no full of that Tina Snow.
Hold on. He can't move on, can't let it go. He hook nose full of that Tina Snow. Are we saying he into them hard narcotics? Cause that Tina Snow, that powder, the cocaine, the heroin, the cocaine. She's saying he a druggie. I knew something was going on with that man, but I didn't know he was out here nose full of that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That explains so much about his personality.
Bitch that was dancing, making all Kelly go viral. Hey, I'm sexy as fucking, I'm freaky. Get whoever I want in me. Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Say you fuck making it now.
Say you fuck made it now. He does. I know who she talking about. I know who she talking about. We all know who she talking about here. Wow. She called three people. Because I'm like, she was saying another thing about somebody. Hold on. She was talking about, okay, I can never be judged by a bitch that was dancing.
Making R. Kelly go viral.
Making R. Kelly go viral. Okay, I don't know who that is, but what? Hold on. Say he a player, but he is too. These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law. These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law. Megan's Law is the sex offender registry law that every person that's convicted of a sexual assault crime, whether it be rape, child molestation, pedophilia, etc., has to register in the database for sex offenders in that state. That's Megan's Law.
Niggas so fraud. Saying they be they hardest bars.
Wow.
Niggas hate on BBL and be walking around with the same scars. Real curvy, no etching. Niggas fight to get in my set.
She said niggas be hating on BBLs but be walking around with the same scars. I know a certain light-skinned Canadian who probably was hurt hearing that law. Ooh.
Gangsters, fake ass accents. Posted in another nigga hood like a bad bitch.
Did she come for that light-skinned Canadian twice? First the BBL line. Okay, hold on. Cosplay, gangsters, fake ass accents. She dragging that man through the mud. That light-skinned Canadian, oh my God, that light-skinned biracial Canadian that we all know who she talking about. He is known for having a BBL, or whatever the man version of it is, according to Dr. Miami. I heard about that. And he also known for faking his accent, because he be acting like he from these different places. He be out here doing a fake patois, a fake Jamaican accent. He be doing a fake Atlanta accent. Like, he really be faking everything. And then she said, post it up in another nigga hood like a bad bitch. He do be doing that.
Honest, I'm still rich. Making bad and I'm still good. Bringing up who might have fucked, and the bottom line is they still good. I just wanna fuck mama. None of you niggas was hitting it raw and mad. I'm not one of your baby mama. Always got my ass out. Always let my titties show. Or schedule a conjugal visit or something.
Damn.
Ass niggas.
Schedule a conjugal visit. Please. Hold up. Hold up. This flower. This is the anime death flower. Oh, she's coming to kill bitches. Lyrically, of course.
Everybody wanna kick it when you ain't a threat. Real curve, no etching. Niggas fight to get in my section. Don't speak on my body count if the dick ain't worth coming back for seconds. Cosplay, gangsters, fake ass accents. Y'all talk shit and be broke as fuck. Bottom line is I'm still rich. Making bad and I'm still good. Bringing up who might have fucked, and the bottom line is they still good. I just wanna fuck on all you bitches want a season. That's the whole I shit on like me. She can't give you a reason. You know motherfucking well these bitches wanna sound like Tina.
She really did that. 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 She really ate that up. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I would say nothing to that song. Nothing. If anybody was the one she was talking about, I would let my words be nothing at all. Nothing. Because what can you say when she ate you up that bad? What can you say when she ate you up that bad? What can you say when she ate you up that bad? I'm like, the homeboy that thought he was gonna make jokes defending his fellow Canadian, and I'm like, sir, you are a light-skinned biracial who has a baby that you were trying to hide from the world, quote unquote, because you didn't want to admit that his mother was European. And you out here trying to make fun of black women, the same black women that made you, and using the abuse of a black woman as a butt of a joke on your line with a dude who was born in Britain and raised in the States, that not too long ago black women was out here going to bat for so that immigration wouldn't deport him back to Britain. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm like, and you thought it would be a good time to stand with a problematic black man when there's so many righteous black men you could be standing for. And on top of that, stand for him doing violence against a black woman for no reason and make it a joke. But yet you the same one that fumbled not only our good sis from Barbados, but also one of our favorite tennis players. And they both is with better men now, with kids. And you out here with a child as well that's beautiful and whatnot, but that you was trying to find every which way to deny you had. You know, like there's that. And I'm just like, so it was already giving embarrassing and pathetic just before he even made that song. But now hearing her address this little biracial light-skinned Canadian in this song about your little BBL, whatever it's called for men, and the fact that you fake accents from the Jamaican accent to the American accent, you just can't be yourself because your older albums, I was a kid when they came out, but I remember them, and you don't sound the same as you did back then because you was cosplaying as a rapper back then, but now you're more of a pop star, as you say. So you're not even a rapper anymore, so why do you even do these things, sir? But I'm like, the way she came for him and the Megan's Law line, I thought she would say more because the way a certain homegirl was acting, I thought she was going to be saying more here, but she only did that one line. And it's very telling when somebody just mentioned Megan's Law and you're automatically offended and out here trying to make response tracks to that one line. And she came for your label mate harder than she came for you in this song. She didn't even come for you. She was just saying a thing. She said, bitches ain't really mad at me. They mad at Megan's Law. And that's facts. That's facts. And I'm like, that's not an offensive statement. You know, if it don't apply, you wouldn't be so upset. But I'm like, evidently it does apply because you know that the person you have literally connected yourself to in the most connected way you could connect with somebody in this world by marriage is a problem. But you don't want people to point that out, that that person is a problem, which is very strange to me because I grew up on that woman and seeing her, the way she's been acting since 2018, you know, you try to not do too much, not buy into it. I'm like, when she was out here defending homegirl from Little Mix that was cosplaying as a black woman, even though she was completely European, I was like, okay, maybe she just confused. Maybe it's the pregnancy hormones. Maybe it's that postpartum. I don't know. Maybe it's something along them lines. And then finding out that this person that you are married to is a whole convicted sexual assaulter, and you knew that, and you still married him, that turned me off. And now we out here making fun of black women getting hurt because it's funny. That's not funny. Black women getting hurt and using misogynoir as a black woman. And I have to remember that this person is not African American like Megan is. She's Trinidadian. And when you don't come from the ancestry that us as African Americans come from, but yet you're in a genre that is popularized and made possible because of African Americans, it is so not okay for you to be engaging in misogynoir, especially as a black woman, because it's profitable or because it's in. You should never want to be in that way. And the fact that I've noticed now that even her alter ego is based off of a very perverted European American man who fled the United States when he had pedophilia charges against him for assaulting a minor. And she made her alter ego off of that man. And so I'm like, now I'm starting to see very clearly, because I wasn't really messing with her music in general for the last couple years, that everybody was right. And then the way that people have been attacking outside of her and her label mate, the way that people have been making Megan the butt of jokes, the way that I even had to stop messing with certain YouTubers because they were like, oh, because maybe she is. No, you don't lie about things like that. There's things that you will lie about, but you don't lie about something like that. That did happen to her. And the fact that people could even think that this is funny, combined with the fact that she's lost family members recently, combined with the fact that she has been mocked and dragged on the internet, not worldwide, but specifically in the States and in other colonizer countries like Britain, you know, sometimes some of them was making some tee-hee ha-has. And I'm like, nothing was funny. This is abuse. This is unsolicited violence, unwarranted violence against a black woman. And you laughing But let her have been light-skinned, and you wouldn't have been laughing. And that's really the part that angers me the most about what Megan has had to go through. If she was light-skinned, I know for a fact colorism would have worked in her favor. But because she's a dark-skinned, beautiful black woman, certain types of people always have a problem with that. And I do not get it, but I recognize it. I'm like, they have a jealousy of it. Like, oh, you can't be confident in your skin tone, and you got a great body, and you can rap real well, and we just stand on your side and just believe you just because. That's how people like that think. And I'm like, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Your colorism is showing. Your misogynoir is showing. Because if she was a lighter skinned person, if she was my skin tone, you wouldn't have had a problem believing her that he did do that to her. That's the stupid part of this whole situation, is if she was lighter, they wouldn't have had a problem with it. But because she's a darker skinned woman, oh, she has to. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Your skin tone does not dictate how feminine you are. It's not possible. It's not possible at all. Because when I think of femininity, I'm thinking of Megan Thee Stallion. Every goddamn time. Every goddamn time. I'm like, there's no other artist out there that gives me femininity vibes quite like her, outside of, SZA and Flo Milli, who are also dark-skinned black women. So I'm like, they give. That's what I think about when I think of femininity on black women. It's these three black women that I think about. And so I'm like, not really understanding what's going on in that. And it's only a weirdo sect of the black community that delves into that. But they've just been real vocal to where people think it's the majority. It's not. It's a weirdo sect. A weirdo sect. And they uphold with that ideology white supremacy and don't even realize it. And I'm like, y'all, you're doing white supremacy's work for it. You're really doing it for it. You really don't understand why you don't need to do this. But that's how people are going to be. But I'm glad that she got her lick back. I'm really glad that she got her lick back. That she's letting people know. Yeah, I came out with the Cobra song to address how I was feeling emotionally. How I was messing with her mind a little bit. How people was talking. But then she came out with Hiss. And she's like, I'm going to address this one time. Because y'all really aren't on my mind like that. I really don't give a damn about you. I don't know you. Okay? And I'm like, and even if I did, I don't know you anymore. Because I don't know the person that you've become. I know the old you. I don't know this one. I don't recognize you. Like she said, you talking about something I gave you years ago. Like it was recent. Like you still thinking about it. Like it's still the highlight of your life. And it was just a pass for me. It was just something to do and I moved on. You still stuck. And I'm like, and that's such a big deal as well. The fact that these men got her name in their mouth and you either ain't with her no more, never been with her, or it was years ago, bruv. Move on. It's giving desperate. It's giving that's the best you ever had and you ain't gonna get nothing better. Because I'm like, at that point, how many, and then she said, you mad because I'm not your baby mama. And I'm like, and doesn't the old boy that she used to be with, the one that thought he could make a song, don't he got a kid? And I'm like, so you was out here mad that she wouldn't let you be with her without protection because she a smart businesswoman and she ain't getting set up by no men. Because I'm like, anybody who knows, that's a trap. That's a trap. If I ever did see one, I'm like, there is no reason for me to be with you unprotected unless you was a husband. Unless you was a husband. Why would I put myself at risk? Because ain't nobody want no kids. Respectfully, love me some love the children, protect the children at all costs. But having one of my own, hell the fuck no. Gross. Having to carry that thing for 40 weeks, which is 10 months. Then you gotta push it out. Then you're going through things mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, through the whole duration of the pregnancy. Then you gotta raise the baby, keep the baby alive. No, thank you. That's too much for me. That is too much for me and I don't feel like doing it. No, I'm trying to be young and successful. That's it. I don't need a child right now. That's cute for people who like that, but I don't. I want to be as selfish as I can be, and you can't be selfish with kids. That's it, and that's all. I can't be as selfish as I want to be, living my life for me with kids, because that's not fair to the kids. You got to think about the kids. It's about the kids once they're born. I'm like, oh, great. I got to think about college funds, preschools, kindergartens, things like that. And I'm like, and so when you out here trying to say, oh, we don't need a, yes, we do. Because if we ain't, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I am so sorry to tell you, but nothing's happening. For real, on God. Okay? Okay? That's for real. That's for real. And I'm loving how she's saying that that's why he mad. And also because he be puffing that white powder. And I'm like, I hear a lot. Some people in the industry do that. The Percocets, the Molly, the ecstasy, the heroin, the cocaine. So I'm like, yeah, that's not too far-fetched. That's not too much of a hot skip and a jump. Like, yeah. So now we know why he out here making a song like he's still obsessed and trying to say, oh, she got this. She didn't get nothing done. That's all natural. She works out. We see her work out. And ain't no way that she gonna need to do anything else when she works out. She's 5'10". She got black genetics. And she works out. That's how she got her body like that. You don't need surgery when you got all them factors on your side already. She tall. She got black genetics. And she works out. I mean, that's the Holy Trinity right there. That's the Holy Trinity right there. I'm like, be for real. Be for real. I ain't gonna believe something you saying as a man who got a feminist tattoo, but out here trying to talk about a woman, trying to say that, oh, you lied about who you slept with. Sir, nobody lied. You just don't need to know that information. She with you. Why does it matter? Ain't nobody asking how many hoes you was with. It's weird when certain men think that they have a right to know who you've been with. I'm like, you don't. I don't ask you who you've been with because that predates me. All that matters is the present. I don't care. As long as you were safe and you ain't got no, STIs, STDs, get yourself checked. Make sure you ain't got something long term. Okay? Go and get a little screening. But as long as you cleared out and you checked out, that's all that matters. Period. Okay, that's it, that's all. But yeah, she brought up a lot of things in here, and I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that she spoke her truth. I'm glad that she said what she wanted to say, because too many times people take your silence for weakness. People take your kindness for weakness, and Megan is just coming to prove I may be saying what I said about my mental health, but don't think because I'm working on my mental health that it's going to give you a right to walk all over me, because it's not. And that's on period. But yeah, y'all, I think I've rambled enough. I've said my piece. I've said my thoughts. Yeah. But it's Team Megan all the way. I don't care about nobody else. I'm like, she's been like, should we as Black women make sure that we acknowledge the red flags? That we recognize the red flags? Yes. 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 But when you do not have the people that you would normally have that you can trust to tell you things, because sometimes the only reason why sometimes we as Black women and as Black people in general get into situations is because we don't listen to the people around us that are giving us good advice. However, she has said in her song there was nobody around her giving her good advice. There's no grandmama, there's no mama, there's no daddy. Okay? So when you don't have that foundational support, or at least a real friend that's going to tell you, you know what, you're doing some stupid shit, you shouldn't mess with this man, he already got a history, he already got a past, he already had this and this and this and this, and just doing the background check for you, and you just want to believe that this Black man is really just for you because he's Black like you, you will sometimes ignore them red flags just because it's somebody that looks like you. And you want to be down for a Black man as a Black woman because it's something that's ingrained into all of us. We want to support this man because we know how hard it is to exist in this country. We know how hard it is to exist in this world as a Black woman. So we have extra empathy and sympathy and care for Black men. But certain Black men are not worthy of that empathy, that sympathy, and that care. And that's where we have to draw the line for. That's where we have to learn to use discernment. And it can take a while to get there. but she's working her way there. I believe she's there now. So I'm happy to see her evolution. I'm hoping that, you know, she makes decisions that are better for her in the future. But I'm acknowledging the fact that when you don't have that support system, you're just free falling sometimes. And you're in the midst of grief. So when you're grieving, you ain't always paying attention to shit you need to pay attention to, especially in terms of relationships, because you're trying to get something to distract you from the grief that you're going through. So there's that. So yeah, y'all, that's where I'm going to end it. And that's where I'm going to leave it. But if y'all stayed until the end of this video, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this video on YouTube and you're a subscriber on the channel, I want to thank you so much for being a subscriber on the channel. If you're watching this video on YouTube but you have yet to subscribe to the channel, do not forget to do so if you would like to support the channel further. And also, if you're watching this video on Patreon and you're a patron on the Patreon, I want to thank you so much for your support one more time. One time for the one time. And yeah, y'all, I will see y'all in the next reaction. But until then, y'all, bye.